What's good with YouTube? Y'all already know Big Flacco with a convict's perspective, and I'm gonna smash, dash, slide on through with a little bit of energy. Please hit the like, subscribe, comment, do all those things to help support this channel, and hit that bell notification for future fire content. Now, once again, another murder in California prison, and this is kind of a high-profile individual, man. Corey Benton, 40, aka Creeper, an alleged Metal, if I'm not mistaken. Now, this hit, man, is a little bit different than most hits. It was a 3-on-1 hit. Allegedly, all individuals who moved on this individual had inmate manufactured weapons, right? And all three of them were taken to the hole, which is normally when you have a pegada that goes down, you usually send 2-on-1, right? Even two with a piece, right? This one they sent 3. And I think that was to make sure that the job got done. And sure enough, it got done. He died en route to the medical facility. And I believe this happened on B Yard in Salinas Valley, if I'm not mistaken. Those that were taken to administration segregation were Jimmy Martinez, Jose Valle, and Albert Valadez. Martinez is serving a life sentence for murder committed in L.A. County. Valadez is serving life for L.A. County robbery conviction that was a 3-strike offense. And basically, Valle was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole on a first-degree murder conviction in Kings County, California officials say. Now, there's a couple questions I have in regard to this hit, that allegedly he was a big homie. There's a few things I have, like, was his detail team already stripped? You know what I'm saying? Did he have a detail team? Because I'm pretty sure every Metal, every Carnale, every big homie of leadership within any of these groups is going to have some type of security detail on them. With, you know, anywhere from like 2 to fucking 7 people I hear at times. So a lot of times when these hits go down, the subject, right, the individual who's the target does not always know. So how were they able to infiltrate that whole circle, right, without letting his detail team know? And that's maybe one of the reasons why they went in there 3-on-1. And by the time they see 3 people jumping in on someone, maybe the detail team was like, oh shit, the homeboy's in them. I don't know. Or maybe there was someone involved on the detail team that was also involved in the hit. I don't know. Before a pegada goes down, especially to this magnitude, very few people know what's going to happen or who it's going to happen to. It just happens. You know, because the more you let on the people know who's going to get hit, the more breach of security. So that's the question I have about the detail team. The second thing is, if this was in a Metal, right, like people were claiming, then why was, to my understanding, all 3 of these individuals were Sureños? I don't know if any one of these guys was making that step forward. I always thought that it was supposed to be, you know, within any of these organizations, a Carnal was supposed to do the hit. You know what I'm saying? You could take someone with you that's not, you know, yet part of the organizations, but the main person that has to do the hit would usually be a fellow member. Now, I don't know if any 3 of these individuals were a fellow member. That's the question I have as in regard to this hit, because a lot of people are saying that none of them were, that they were all Southsiders, and that the Southsiders are pretty much being utilized in these situations. I've seen where people have gotten in trouble, you know, for partaking in some hits like this, but I've also seen where people have not gotten in trouble before. So it's kind of like a, you know, interesting subject at the current moment, man. It was, you know, why was this individual hit? You know what I'm saying? Is it political? Is it personal? What is it? You know what I mean? What was his status? What was his standings? I don't know. You know, I've talked to a few people. They believe that, yes, he was in a Metal. You know what I mean? Which of course, special precautions is going to be made to make sure that the hit goes down and it goes down right. You know, like I said, 3-on-1, it's pretty much, that's to make sure the job is getting done. And as you notice, like the last couple months, man, they've been cleaning house everywhere out. Whether it's on the streets, whether it's in prison, man, people aren't playing around right now. They're knocking people down. A lot of times hits like this, they have to do with usually, you know what I'm saying, territory or one infringing on another individual's fucking business ventures or whatever it may be. It could be a whole lot of things, man. A lot of times, like I said, there's no really politics. There's just those that sometimes really have a little bit more say-so. Therefore, they can kind of secretly politic when they want to fucking, force someone out of these organizations. Maybe they weren't handling business, or maybe they weren't taking care of their fellow inmates, getting their beaks wet. I don't know. He's 40 years old, pretty young, man. So it could be a lot of different reasons why this individual was targeted. I don't know. At the end of the day, it happened. A lot of murders been happening. A lot of people have been getting knocked down, man. A lot of people are cleaning house currently. And so, does this surprise me? No. It's just the way these criminal organizations work. It's the way the prison system is. When it comes down to money or fucking around with somebody's money, a lot of people don't take that lightly. I'm not saying that's the cause of this. I still don't know. We still don't know the reason. It could be for a variety of reasons. He could have been in a position to engage with a certain opposition, didn't engage, cowardice act. I don't know. He could have did a transaction with one of the other organizations, which, we already know Salinas Valley has a strong presence of people from up north. I'm not saying that's what happened, but you never know nowadays, man. Like I said, the interactions with these groups are a little bit different. And for a Pagada to go down, there has to be something, I believe, that someone did something wrong. It had to happen. Just the way in which it happened, man, it kind of spoke volumes. And to me, it kind of was like setting an example. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. When you use 3 people to move on one dude, maybe it was because they felt threatened by the security detail team that was on him. Maybe it was a security detail team that did it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's a lot of what ifs in regard to this situation that nobody knows at the current moment. But it did happen. And those are the questions that I raised. And like I said, it over and over again, the California Department of Corrections rehabilitation is a very volatile environment. You never know what could happen from one day to the next. Who's good from one day to the next? Who needs to get got from one day to the next? It could be a peaceful environment, and by the next day, all hell could break loose. And that's the whole focal point to any youngster out there, man. It's like, hey, going to prison, you hear all these stories. Not everybody makes it home. Some people get killed with like less than 2 years to get released. Some people catch a life sentence with less than 2 years to go home. You never know the situation that you may be put in. And it may not even be your fault for the situation that you have to react to, or someone reacts to you. That's the unfortunate thing, man. That's why I always tell people, man, hey, prison is not the business no more. It's not where anybody wants to go. It's changed. It's all about the money. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's getting along peacefully, yeah, but you have to worry about your own people. That's the fucking problem. And there is a lot more prison politics being played because you got different individuals from different areas that are all being put on these yards, and they all have different goals. Seniority is a key here, though. Let's not forget that, But anyways, until more information comes through, this is all I got to say about it, man. Shit, this is like the 20th murder this year in California, I think, man. Motherfuckers are getting knocked off, man. It's getting real. I think the last 3 killings were all Southside related, I believe. The one in Delano, and I think the one at the other facility as well. With that said, your boy Flacco, I'm gone.